With a $10,000 instrument, this gold exporter gained $181,000, from a hobbyist to the luckiest person. For 1,000 years, people have been routing out for gold since it was and still valuable metal. The first who discovered gold were Bulgarians in Varna necropolis around 420 BCE. It is believed that the amount of gold have been extracted from Earth is about 209,000 tons, which was estimated for 6.1 billion troy ounces. Ancient Rome was the most popular place to find gold. Also ancient Egypt, therefore, the majority of prospectors went therefore seeking gold. However, in last years, huge amount of gold have been discovered in California that referred to the North American frontiers culture. Furthermore, South Africa, Canada, Brazil, and Australia witnessed extraction of gold from their earth. For example, in Australia, exporters have found nearly 13 billion of gold in 2016 in Victoria. That was a huge amount. Victoria, situated in the southeast of Australia, it represents 2% of the world's total extracted gold. The first time gold appeared on it was in the mid-19th century. Since the date, almost 2,400 tons of gold have been extracted from this city. In August 2016, one of the exporters bought a metal detector style GPZ 7000, which retails for around $8,000. This metal detector is very powerful, according to the company's website. It offers the deepest ground penetration and is the most significant advancement in gold detecting technologies in years. It is expensive, but for the lucky gold diggers, it would aid them to find gold that is double its price, such as the Australian man who found in 2015 gold using Minelab detectors, and he sold it for $127,000. He was neither the first nor the last lucky prospector in Australia. After buying the GPZ 7000, the exporter went to search for gold. He went to a particular area in central Victoria which is known as the Golden Triangle, and where most gold prospectors go, because it includes historical mining towns such as Bendigo and Ballarat. Victoria's Golden Triangle region is the world famous for the purity, the large size, and the quantity of gold nuggets found, says the site. It is probably one of the most popular Victorian gold-bearing areas to be frequented by today's modern electronic prospectors. Written by the Australian gold prospecting website, Finder's Golden Page. The man put his detector on the ground to start prospecting. When he was searching, the detector indicated the presence of a metallic object. So he started digging. Then the surprise happened. He discovered a huge gold nugget. At the beginning, he was not too helpful, but at the end he realized that he is a lucky person and that he became rich in a sudden. The discoverer told Minelab, the manufacturer of the metals detector, "I thought it was rubbish at first, maybe an old horseshoe, about 12 inches below the ground. I could just barely make out the top of something." Then he realized that he was wrong when he digged up the earth. The metal was not a horseshoe. He could not believe what he was seeing, he added. This wasn't an old piece of steel in front of me. I had just unearthed a colossal gold nugget, a once-in-a-lifetime find. I was in total disbelief, as I didn't think nuggets of this size were still around. The jackpot was named Friday's Joy. It weighed 145 ounces and is expected to be sold for around $181,000. The man found the Friday's Joy at a spot, the Triangle's south edge, between the settlement of Avoca and Castlemaine in the Golden Triangle. This was not the first nugget for the lucky man. A day before, he had extracted from around 2 feet under the earth a buried nugget. It weighed 9 ounces with a value of around $10,000. The prize aided him to recuperate the money for the detector doubled. He wanted to hide his identity. However, he confessed that routing out for gold is his hobby, and he used to do it for decades. The man had an oath of sharing his numerous and valuable strikes with his friends he went to prospect with. He said they celebrated with beers that day before selling the nugget and decided the next step. In the first night, he told MineLab that he covered it with aluminum and kept it in the oven after washing it. Then the nugget has been secured inside a bank vault, waiting for the auction because the owner decided to sell it in auction, which will raise its price during the overbid due to the big number of desirousness of gold, which became scarcer than diamonds. The biggest world's gold nugget, Cindy Pride, was also found in Victoria in 1869. It weighed 174 pounds, 159 troy ounces. At that time, it was sold for $66,000, but in our days, a nugget with that size would sell for around $181,000. The finder of the Friday's Joy confessed that he is not willing to leave the job. Otherwise, he planned for a tour all over Australia with other prospectors using sturdy van. All these findings encouraged others to start searching for gold, and with the use of the modest detectors, it is going to be easier. There will be more gold going on from the earth.